Hello and welcome again to the Fast Diet 7-step plan, which is a 7-step plan for creating and living with a fast diet. In other words, a diet that depends on what's called intermittent fasting. And it's not really fasting at all. It's just giving your body time to restore itself in between meals. And we suggested yesterday that you're going to identify your main meal time, lunch or dinner, and having identified it, the idea is to clean up the parts of your day that may be filled with stuffing all sorts of bad snacks and processed foods, and basically swapping in natural unprocessed foods for the processed foods. So that's yesterday's step 3, and today we're going to deal with any emotional issues that come up around food. Have you ever had a situation where you wanted to avoid eating something, and it's almost as if you have a little saboteur inside you, and you get in your own way for some reason? You screw up your own best efforts. And Jenny is going to explain to you what we believe to be going on and how the effective way that we've found to deal with this.
Yeah, there are many ways to describe when our intentions fall short of what we hope for. But the one that I really like I read from Dr. Steve Peters, who coached the Olympic team in the UK in 2012 and Liverpool Football Club, I think still. And he has this idea that our brains are segmented and have developed at different stages during evolution. And there's a part of our brains that have been around for millions of years he calls the chimp brain, monkey brain. And that's the bit that really, especially in women, causes the emotional eating, because women in particular have a monkey inside their heads that has been there forever. And that monkey has been designed to feed little monkeys and feed the tribe, make sure everybody's eating when there's food around. So if there's food available, that little bit of your brain says, let's eat. We should.
We should.
If they feel upset, let's eat. And that monkey is responsible, we believe, for a lot of emotional eating, and you need to get into a dialogue.
Absolutely, Jen, because what works in the jungle, where there is limited food and what there is natural, does not work in the modern world, where we're surrounded constantly by processed food. It's available 24 hours a day. We can hardly go anywhere without it being around. And so there's a temptation constantly, as you say, the chimp inside is going to always be feeling, see it, want it. Now, the chimp is the emotional part of you, as that part of you, because of course our emotions are sort of older than the part of our heads which deal with planning and foresight and so on. It's an older and stronger part, isn't it, Jen? Actually, it's a very powerful part.
Very powerful.
So don't ignore or try to overrule your chimp, because your chimp will likely say,
right.
well, I want it.
Yeah, willpower doesn't work. And what does work is negotiation and really trying to find out what else your chimp would like to do. Chimps are very easily distracted.
Yes.
Monkeys have a short attention span. So
taking it as an example, if we take, say, a breakfast example, what did we think would be a good one for this, where we're trying to swap in something healthier?
Yeah, I mean, say you're going down off to work and, you know, you've eaten a reasonably healthy breakfast at home, and you hit the Starbucks and you sort of think, oh, shall I just nip in here before I get to work, take a Frappuccino in with me?
Or you see perhaps a picture of that
yeah, you see other people buying them, and you're kind of inclined, the more people you see buying them, the more inclined your monkey says, I want one too.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's the monkey. So what do we suggest you actually do? Instead of saying, okay, shut up, mustn't think about it, mustn't think about that Frappuccino, and then giving in or feeling very conflicted, what do we suggest that you do with this monkey?
Well, we ask the monkey what it is they really, really want underneath that, because often it isn't the cappuccino they want. They maybe want a little time before getting to work. They maybe just want to be like everybody else. And it often isn't exactly the Frappuccino that's behind the emotional eating.
I see. So we ask ourselves then, we pause for a moment before we actually indulge. that moment of power that we've talked about, because it's before the chain of habit is triggered, and we say, as you just said, we say, why do I really want this? What does eating this give me?
What does it give you? Yeah.
That's positive, especially if you're aware, as we suggested in step 2, if you've cultivated your ability to experience what you're eating and its effect on your body
before and after.
You might think, well, okay, I know that's only going to last, the pleasure's only going to last, for half an hour, and then I'm going to want more. So yes, you talk with that part of you that wants it, and as you said, it may be that it wants something that you can satisfy in a different way. It may want a moment before you go into work where you're merely chatting with other people, or little time to reflect as you sort of eat drink the awful thing, or it may just be because habitually you're used to doing it, and you've got just a habit.
Yes, it could be. It can be any one of a number of things, but it's really important to get behind that and to imagine how you'll feel afterwards and discuss that.
So it's monkey management is a dialogue, isn't it, between the human part of you and the chimp or monkey part. It's a dialogue where you're saying, what am I getting out of this? And then then the human part, the part with foresight, could say, what alternative plan or strategy might work instead, or even a treat that is not a fattening treat. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's right. It's sort of standing above the chimp and the Starbucks and kind of looking forward into the future a bit, taking more of a strategic overview, but negotiating, so that there's always something in it.
Or you could think of step 1, where we suggested that you got in touch with the results that you're after, and we asked you to find a touchstone. So if the touchstone was you as a slimmer version in an outfit you can't currently wear,
with a re-educated chimp,
then your chimp may actually rather like that, because you might say to your chimp, well, if I did this and got a bit slimmer, then I might become actually more happy in society, or more attractive, or whatever. It's you and your chimp are unique, aren't they, Jim?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's all about you negotiating, strange though it seems, with yourself.
Yeah.
So if you understand your appetite, if you understand these different parts of yourself, you pave the way to an extraordinary ability that we have to get in touch with our blocks and to actually break them, so that you experience the freedom of breaking through your limits. The way we sometimes put this is the unlimited you,
understanding the places where you need to take a different approach, and negotiating in advance, avoiding difficult situations, and not saying never, but saying, just wait a bit.
Wonderful.
Let's do something else now.
And so tomorrow, we shift the focus again onto the power of belief and how this affects your fast diet and the amazing benefits you're going to get from your fast diet. So please tune in tomorrow. Best wishes from Jenny.
Thanks for listening.
And from me, Chris.
Bye.
Bye.